I'm convinced that my job, my purpose will be and is to bring awareness and more knowledge and more capability to the financial realm of thinking for the working poor in the United States of America. Because we have that here. We have a class that is used to be the middle class, that are the working poor, we're almost below the actual poor. Only reason why we're not is because all depending on how much we work, how much work we can get, we can manipulate that and rise up. And that's what I learned, and I've learned it, and I'm still learning. But what I'm saying about what I'm learning is that been connecting with people like Michael Robinson, Big Mike Rob, and he has a movement that he's trying to make, the development of the people for them to do better, rise up in the system that was already built on them and by them, but is controlled by another. Take the control back from within. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave. Do it all right here. And basically, not even take over, but coexist. Coexist is what I believe he is fighting for. I personally am not fighting for coexistence because we already coexist. They exist, we exist. That's coexistence. And they exist, we exist. They exist, we exist. They exist, they exist in the same space. So we do coexist. Do we coexist extremely well? Fuck no. But well enough for everybody not to be dead. Does it seem like it's going to go that direction? Absolutely. But I, on the subject, feel like, why even deal with the system? Why even deal with what was in place, even if we own it all, even if we built it all, even if we're so great, why not just go somewhere else and do it again on our own? And this time, knowing what happened before, don't forget and make sure that you defend yourself. And supposedly with our intellect and how much we do and how strong we are and how many of us, and I mean brown, not black, brown people, there's a lot of brown people versus any other color on this planet, to get together just in this country, should be able to build their own country. I mean, if we do research, we've seen there are countries that are small. It's a country and it's small. Imagine. And I'm not saying go over there and take over somebody else's stuff like somebody came over here and did to us or anything like that. I'm saying there's so much and so many countries and so much land, there's got to be uncharted land. When I mean fully by uncharted, not that nobody's ever seen it, I'm talking about don't nobody live on it like that. Like, ain't no tribe sitting out there or something. A whole bunch of space, you know what I'm saying? I mean, an island. Whatever. But something to where, you know what I'm saying, you got your own. And you can build your own. You can protect your own. That's my thoughts and ideas of why to bring up the intellect and bring up the knowledge. Because if you think about it, no matter how strong the ones are that are strong physically, you still need them to be intelligent. And living in this environment is a lot to learn from and a lot to be able to use to have your own. So I actually agree with him up to the point where it's like, now it's time to go do your own thing. There's no need to continue working this system with them completely solo, meaning that you ain't got nothing else going on but working with them in America. Work with them, build America and all of that, and then take a portion of your people and leave and go and do the process by yourself somewhere else. Or find another people that are small amount of people got their own or in the area and help them that are undeveloped, help them develop in the right way versus the way that we are and have been living in. Because there's a lot of things right about how the progression of North America came about and has been going. And it's still, to this day, there's a lot of great things. But unfortunately, there's a lot more bad things. But that's not really a big deal because we know this. As long as you have the awareness that something is going on, that something exists, that there's something there, then you can have the knowledge of it. You gain the knowledge of it because you are aware of its existence, meaning now you know that that's a thing or that's happening or whatever the case may be. Then you take that into your mind and you take all the quote unquote training or the things that you've learned and experienced up to this point, and you take that new information and your brain, the computer, computes it. It tries to comprehend it and then tries to figure out a way to use it, a way to do something, a way to make it real, a way to bring it to fruition. You get what I'm saying? Or, or to how to deal with it or how to respond to it, whatever the case may be. That's what the process is. So I said all of that to say this. Big Mike going to the city council meetings and doing that is what's happening. There's a lot of people that were like, we want to make things different, but who gives a damn about asking them for permission? I'm not going to name them by name until we speak more, and they're cool with that. Very cool people, especially one I'm talking about in particular. We got off to a bad start, but, it's cool. Super cool. Asking for permission, how people at city councils go up there and they talk to the council and they talk to say their grievances and things like that. I'm not, once again, when I do attend these city council meetings, because I haven't, and I missed this one because of things going on in my life. But when I get the chance and whenever that is that I choose to, when I do, I'm not going in there to ask nobody for nothing. I'm not even going in there to talk to nobody. I'm going in there to listen. I'm going in there to see the people who are making the decision, see how the decision was made, hear more information about the decision. There's details that you will get there versus anywhere else easily because somebody's going to say it. Hearing how the people feel and seeing the people who feel these things. That's all important when you're trying to change your environment, your life, and especially if you're trying to change your people's environment. But just your own personally, period. You need to know what's going on already around you. That's already got you in the situation that you're in. You need to know that shit. You need to hear it. You need to see it. And those who are already in action doing these things, controlling the narrative, they need to see you paying attention to them controlling the narrative. So they need to see you there. They need to see you in the back, looking, listening, maybe even taking notes, videoing, recording. They need to see it. Because when you make your moves, not to say, oh, you'll have a target on your back. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's almost a respect thing when it comes to power. And power is the only way that you can change things. You can't move nothing without power. So when you do get all your knowledge together and you apply that knowledge and it becomes power, and you start actually making things happen and start doing things in your community, like building things in your community, feeding the community, somehow employing the community. You know what I'm saying? Different things that will, you know what I'm saying, fixing the community, being like what I plan on doing and I'm working on, the handyman / landscaping business. I got everything that I need just sitting here to do it. And employment just changed for me. So finances has changed, and I have more quote unquote time now. Why not take that energy that I use to build somebody else's stuff to build my own? So within that, once I do start building my own, just having a business alone, I need to know what they're talking about. And I need to be one of those people who want to know the extra details and all of those things, because I don't want to, number one, I already got a lot against me. So that means off the top, I got to figure out a way to catch up. And then I need to exceed where I caught up to when it comes to business, life, and everything going on where I live at in North America, on this planet. That's just the conditions of my life from the level that I came in on from birth to where I'm at, and all the decisions I made up to this point. So these are the decisions I will make. Yes, I will attend those meetings, but no, I'm not going to ask for permission to try to put on no minstrel show for these folks to, you know, be entertained by. No, I am the guy in the back, not saying a word, watching everyone, picking up information, collecting. I'm the dangerous one. And you, oh, then that puts a target on your back. That's cool. Because not only if you do something to me, it's on, you know, it's on record that I'm in these certain positions and I'm in these certain places and I'm doing these certain things. And that's going to build up to what, you know, why this person or why these people, you know, why something like this will happen. I'm being honest that I would rather be a martyr for trying to make things change versus sit back and do nothing. It's been a lot of years of just trying to hustle and bustle and not thinking about those, you know, thinking about them, but not putting no energy into the things that go on in society and different things like that. And these days, I'm thinking my life needs to be way more important than that. Just lost my father, and me and him didn't have a great relationship, and I didn't even feel the right way during the process of it happening. You know what I'm saying? I know I didn't. I could feel it. That kills me. You know, there's a lot of purpose that just didn't happen between me and him, and it could have been in life. Like the landscaping part of my business, he had his own business like that. We were supposed to be working together. So, yeah, it's time to have purpose. It's trying to do things for real reasons and stand for something in life and get things done and make a difference and make life better if you can. And that's what I'm on.